Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Boone, and thank you for coming in today. We are here today to discuss Serenity Funeral Home and crematories. The things that we will be going over today are certain key items in our business model canvas. Once we are finished today, I intend to show you why you're going to want to invest in our funeral home. Some of the things we're going to be going over are such things as key partners, who we will be partnering with to ensure that our funeral home runs functionally and successfully. Key activities. What are these activities that we're going to be doing on a daily basis to ensure that we can reach maximum customer satisfaction and at the same time turn good profits? Key resources. What are the resources that we are going to need to achieve these activities? For instance, investors, as I'm sitting here talking to you today. Customer relationships. How are we going to build these relationships with the customers, and what do our customers expect to gain from us? Which will then tie into customer channels. What are the channels that we're going to use to reach these customers? And of course, customer segments. What are the types of families that we need to be reaching out to? One of the other things I do want to hit on today is how we're going to achieve reaching different segments that other funeral homes are not reaching right now. And then of course, value proposition. How do we explain our value versus the value of other funeral homes, mainly when we're talking about price versus cost? So let's circle back to key partners. Some of the partners that we already have in place, or we have built a board of trustees. We've already reached out to the National Funeral Directors Association and are on board with them. And then of course, most importantly, would be the state of Alabama insurance companies to see and make sure that we can maintain the proper licenses that we need to do such things as our pre-need sales. Key activities. What type of customer support are we going to use? How do we keep customers from getting lost in the shuffle? A platform for our pre-need arrangements. How are we going to engage with the community to get to these families, to get them to come in here ahead of time and set up our pre-need arrangements? What type of research are we going to use, such as statistics that are already in place and using statistics to try to predict what will come in the near future. And then also, most importantly, what are we going to do during our at-need situations? How do we best accommodate these families when they're in their most vulnerable position? To achieve these things, of course, we have to go through key resources. Again, we talked about the investors that we're sitting in front of and possibly other investors. Talking about a new funeral home organization, okay? Meaning bringing in the right personnel for us to be successful at all the things that we want to do, mainly the staff that we decide to hire. And I think that you would be pleased to know and meet the staff that we've already sat down with. These are top-notch individuals in this field, and they bring a lot of value and experience to the table. And what that's going to help us do is build these customer relationships I talked about. The biggest thing is understanding, what do our families expect to get from us? Meaning, what kind of value do they get from coming from other funeral homes to Serenity Funeral Home and Crematory? One of the things we are doing is we are going to be a perpetual care funeral home, meaning that you don't have to come out here and take care of your loved one's grave. We will take care of all that. How do we maintain those relationships? One of the biggest things that I've learned in this industry through many, many years is the personnel that you have with you. It is more than getting families in here and saying, okay, let's get you to sign up for your pre-need arrangements, proper follow-ups with them, proper upgrades if need be, and also from time to time doing proper promotions to help these families. We have to establish these relationships with the families to make sure that we're successful. And the biggest way that we're going to get to that point is the certain channels that we use. What channels are most effective? Again, we have an array of experience that we have brought here to the table. We know things that have worked, we know things that have not worked, and we are constantly doing research to find new channels that do work. In today's world, social media is becoming a big part of it. There's a lot of misconceptions of, the segment of families that we're reaching out to don't understand social media. What we have found is that they understand it better than most funeral homes are giving them credit for. So we want to try to tap into that, and that's definitely a key channel that we want to use. I just hit on the customer segments. We all know that when we're discussing in an industry like this, you're primarily looking at the age from 50 to 70. And we, of course, want to be targeting that age group. But how can we get the 40 to 50 range? Most funeral homes that I've ever been a part of usually run payment plans from anywhere from 4 to 8 years. We have developed the idea of extending that to 10 to possibly 12 years and possibly lowering the interest rates on their payments. What this will do is this will build more interest over time. So it will keep us profitable, but it will allow us to accommodate some of these younger families as far as their payment plans and hopefully entice them to get in here sooner. So while we will target our primary customer segments, we are also looking to get into other segments that other funeral homes have not got into yet. And then, of course, value proposition. What kind of value are we going to bring to the table? I just discussed with y'all the idea of perpetual care. For families, when they come and they bury a loved one, that moment that they have right at that time is so significant to them. However, a lot of them do not have the opportunities to come back out here and look after mom and dad's grave. Well, they don't have to. We can do that. Not only do we upkeep the grass and all the maintenance work with the markers, we could also sell flowers and have our staff members go out and place flowers for them. And we can shoot them videos or pictures to show them that we can do that. So if they are many, many miles or many, many states away, this is something that we can still accommodate for them. Other things that we are talking about bringing value to. A lot of families nowadays are moving away from traditional burial and going to cremation. The biggest reasons are obviously price, and it's just an easier process. Well, with us having all crematory here, they don't have to go anywhere else to have the cremation. They can come right here and have that done as well. Not only that, we are also building a cremation garden. This allows family members to get the cheaper price with the cremation, but also provides them with an opportunity to give their loved ones an eternal memorialization. And I would say one of the biggest things that I just hit on, talking about having a crematory with our funeral home and with having the burial gardens, is the fact that we are a full-service funeral home. So many times when families need to pick and choose things they want to do at that time, they have to go through 2 to 3 different sources. What we want to be able to provide here is a valuable product at a good price, all in one location. And I think with the packages that I've set out before y'all will be able to see how we are going to provide that for all of our families. Again, the biggest things that we want to hit here is what are the key partners we're hitting, what are the key activities that we need to go through, what are our key resources, customer relationships that we build, the customer channels of how we're going to build those relationships, and how are those channels going to reach those segments, and of course, Why would you choose Serenity Funeral and Crematory over any other funeral home? I spoke about it earlier, price versus cost. Just because the cost somewhere might be slightly cheaper than us, the price, the affordable price for what we're offering here will be more valuable in the long run. And this is what we want to drive home to our families. I appreciate every one of y'all coming out today, spending your time with me. I hope that I hit everything that you needed to hear. I hope that by what I presented to you today, this will make you want to invest in our company. And I hope that we can continue to do business going forward. Thank you again.